Hey, what's up guys? It is Ben 2000 yugioh, your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh superhero. And today's video I don't think will be horribly long, but today we're going to be doing a discussion topic. And this one is about how to get past burnout in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I've got my coffee. I'm a little bit, still a little bit tired, so forgive me. If I sound a bit monotone, I promise it's not the, it's not the crush card going around. But I want to go ahead and discuss some of the things that I've been doing to help fight burnout, because I'm not going to lie to you guys, I have not been very intrigued with this format. There's cards in the game that I feel like you have to play them right now, or your deck just can't keep up. And I'm not even talking about just winning the games. I'm talking about just keeping up, like, being able to actually play a few turns. It's very, Yu-Gi-Oh has become very like 3 turns and it's done, and nobody likes that. Nobody does. I mean, maybe the hyper competitive players might like that. I don't really know. I'm not really in that group. I'm somewhere in the middle between competitive and casual. Like, I want to win, but I want to win my own way, if that makes any sense. But anyway, long story, being that I know that there's been a handful of you guys who've reached out to me and are saying things like, oh god, this format and Dragoon sucks and all that stuff, I wanted to go ahead and give you guys some alternatives. So the first thing that I want to talk about is playing alternative formats. So if you guys are looking for content creators who do that, who have alternative formats, there's 2 major ones that I definitely can suggest. One for if you're more of an older player and you like the older style, and one if you're more of a newer player. For example, if you're an older player, I suggest trying out GOAT format. All the GOAT cards have been reprinted out the wazoo. You can buy them all common and go play GOATs and, trigger some of the rarity whores in that part of the Yu-Gi-Oh community. They're going to be like, oh god, it's a common Blackluster soldier. Ah! It'll be fun. And that's always fun, annoy the rarity horse. And if you're more of a newer school person, like, because I know there's a lot of young people now that are playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Or younger people, because, I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomer. Surprise. You can also play Duel Links, which actually is something that I personally have been doing. I've been playing Duel Links because, especially at the end of the day when I want to wind down after I'm giving me my me time, because that's what I do. Pretty much all day it's make content and do my job around the house and all that stuff, and that life stuff. And then at the last couple hours of the day, I'm like, nope, this is my time. So I brush my teeth, and take a shower, all that stuff. And then I'm in my chair in the corner there playing Duel Links on my phone, because that's, I'm like, this is my me time. So for like an hour or 2, that's all I do. I play on Duel Links, and it's fun. There's cards that are strictly only in that format. And by the way, Duel Links meta, there's content creators for Duel Links. Duel Links meta is one of them. I don't, always like, the people who paid for cards in that app, but it is what it is. But it's also a fairer game. I'm not gonna lie to you. Duel Links is a fairer version of the Yu-Gi-Oh game. There's no hands down about that. But so playing these alternate formats is gonna help you. I mean, you also have Teledad, you have GOAT, you have Plant Synchro. There's tons of these older formats you can play. Go play them. All right. Say, okay, fine. You want to have your to those people, you want to have your Dragoons, you do that. But then you go online, you play GOATs, and then just and if you're looking for content, I suggest Team Bropire and Yugi No. Both of those guys have great GOAT format stuff. They're very insightful, and I love their content. Excuse me, I love their content. The next thing I want to say that you could do if you don't want to play alternate formats is play multiple decks. Playing multiple decks is going to be very also beneficial for you, because it'll give you different play styles, different perspectives. And you never know, you might find something that's a little there are formats where, you can have these forgotten archetypes, and that can give you a surprise factor. You might even find two archetypes that are the surprise factor that you can mix together that your opponents won't see coming. Like, for example, I know I preach it all the time, but my Layer of Dark Magician deck is a perfect example of a deck that is actually decent in certain formats, especially if you have back row heavy base decks like Eldritch, Sky Striker, and Paleozoic. In formats where decks like those are very prominent, my Layer of Dark Magician deck does really well because it can just, Eradicator Epidemic Virus, which you play 3 of in that deck, and is also searchable in that deck, is very, it's a crippling card. So, as an example, also Mystic Mind doesn't do anything to that deck, which is, a bonus. But that's going to happen when you have, 3 or 4, different kinds of cards in the deck that, they can get rid of a field spell. Anyway, long story short, that's something I would suggest is, playing a different deck than what you normally would. If you're normally a control player, maybe you switch over to combo. If you're more of a combo guy, maybe you try stun, etc., etc. There's tons of ways to go about rethinking how you play Yu-Gi-Oh! This is also a good time to experiment. Figure out, hey, I wonder what would happen if I combine, my Phantasm Spiral deck with a Metaphors deck. I mean, it's 2 normal monster-based decks. I'm not saying that would work for the record. I'm just giving you an example here. It's a good time to experiment. Especially if you're playing primarily online, which most of us are. That's just how it is right now, especially in the crush card times, which are hopefully coming to an end by next year. I am looking forward to not having to walk around with this anymore because it makes my beard itchy. And before anyone comes at me, yes, I wear my mask everywhere. I'm not playing no games with the COVIDs. All right, not playing that game. Then the other thing I want to let you guys know on is a good tip is take a break. Play a completely different game. I have done this. I've actually have Raid Shadow Legends on this machine, and no, I'm not sponsored before anyone comes at me. I'm not sponsored by them. I wish. But I actually do play the game off and on when Yu-Gi-Oh! Is just too frustrating, and I'm just like, oh god, I just don't want anything to do with Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now. Or any other game. Doesn't matter. Play Pokemon. Play... I don't know, play a Mega Man game, or, a video game, on a handheld. It doesn't matter. Just the point is, it doesn't matter what other. Go play a sport. Go watch a movie. Take a break. Taking a break from Yu-Gi-Oh is important. It's so vital because it will give you a chance to step away from it and let it fester or whatever. Whatever you want to call it. Let the game fester in its nonsense with Dragoon being everywhere and the hand loops being excessive and the overarching need for hand traps. Yeah, those things are frustrating. I get it. Trust me. I have seen all that stuff. I read all the comments. I see you guys talking to each other online. Yeah, I know that stuff's frustrating. So take a break. All right? It doesn't mean I'm not saying you have to, for the record, that doesn't equal quitting. Taking a break doesn't equal quitting. It's just taking a break for your own mental health. All right? It's a game. It shouldn't stress you out. It should not stress you out this much. And the fact that it does, that more speaks to Konami and a little bit to the community. But, regardless of what's stressing you out about the game, because anything could do it, a stale format, maybe you disagree with, corporate decisions that are being made by the company. Maybe you would disagree with some of the things being said in the community. I know that Zodiac Duelist is, known for its, is infamous for its divisiveness as a Facebook group. So is I think the what was it called? There's another Yu-Gi-Oh group where they're like, old school Yu-Gi-Oh players only or something like that. And then they talk about, they make jokes about how I liked it when special summoning was special, that kind of thing. And it's just like, anyone else having flashbacks to Grandpa Ben? Back in my day, we sacrificed our monsters and we liked it. Anyway. But that's the point I want to get at with this video, guys, is you just, I get Yu-Gi-Oh! Can be stale sometimes. And that's a game I love. I've been playing since, LOB, back before before there was even a way to play Yu-Gi-Oh! When you couldn't afford it. Point being, guys, is I hope this helps. This was a viewer requested video. I just wanted to make this one and hopefully give you guys some tips. Like I said, experiment, play some different formats, take breaks. I mean, just because you have to take a break doesn't mean that you love Yu-Gi-Oh! Any less, all right? And hopefully, we have December's around the corner. Hopefully we have a ban list coming out soon that will fix some of the issues. If at the very least, there's 2 cards, in my opinion, that need to get out of here. We'd either need to get rid of a part of the Dragoon engine. Doesn't matter which one. I don't care if they ban Dragoon, ban Anaconda, or ban Red Eyes Fusion. But something in there needs to be hit so Dragoon doesn't hit the field for every deck. And we need to get rid of the hand loops, whether that's Halka Fibrax or Smoke Grenade. So, because I know that Halka Fibrax tends to lead to the combo of it. And also, maybe Smoke Grenade needs to go too, but some of these cards that are OP need to go. And I'm hoping Konami will do something about it. I know some of you guys are seeing the dinosaur in the corner. They're going to hit dinos too. I'm like, we'll see. I mean, I'll put you this way. The OCG started to let dinosaurs off of the ban list, and Konami just never really did anything except hit Miscellaneousaurus. So I don't know. I think the time for hitting dinosaurs might be past, but I don't know. We'll see. It won't stop me from playing the deck because, screw Konami. I'll play what I want. Anyway, guys, I'm Ben 2000 yugioh. I'm your friendly neighborhood Yu-Gi-Oh! Superhero, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.